The longer that this dragged out, the more I realized, like, you know, that termination thing is coming.
1 week removed from his final chance to fight for his job at East High School, Niko Sila is taking time to reflect.
Kind of just talk about between then and now, your emotional process and some of the things that you've went over in the past week.
The emotions were everywhere, but at that day and time, my emotions was more towards for how the students felt. Where I'm at right now, I'm grounded, spiritually, mentally, emotionally balanced. You know, thanks to the support from the community, and especially, you know, my family members.
The Green Bay Area Public School District recommended his termination primarily for violating policies relating to attendance changes. Sila maintaining his stance from last week, saying the district falsely centered their data of those changes to focus on his student athletes.
I mean, I have 2 football players who were seen as some of the best players to ever play, you know, to come through at East. They didn't play because of attendance and grades. They didn't play this past season because of that and stuff. So if I would have altered anything, I would have altered for them to play as well too, but I didn't.
Based on the data that was shown, do you feel that it actually resembled more of an even balance based on the changes you did make between football players and non-football players?
I think with the attendance data that they showed, they focus more on it with the football players because that's what they wanted to see or get me with, right? If they, right, let's say that it wasn't about football, right? The whole community, everybody that was following this story would be like, oh, it's just he's updating attendance. But let's add football to it now. Oh, he's doing that to get his players to play. You know, I didn't alter anything, right? Like, I don't have football players and stuff that had NIL deals. We were not state contenders, right? I simply updated football attendance because that's what was given to me to work with as a head football coach. That was given to me. No trainings, no progressive discipline, no nothing. No one telling me that I couldn't do it. Right? No one told me I had the authority. I just did what I needed to do for the last 3 years of being a head football coach.
The district also claims Sila gave students rides home without proper vehicle registration. Sila agrees he should have filled out the paperwork, but feels his reason for doing it is justified.
I was a community, you know, advocate before I had my roles in the school district at all. So some of the, you know, and stuff, and it's not students, it's players. Like, I've known their families for a long time, like, right? So they see me like an uncle. So I've always given them rides, you know, family, the parents that I brought, you know, the players to home. It was never a complaint because that was it. I've always just made sure the safety of our football players and stuff that I brought home and make sure they got home safe. Obviously, there's always, you know, growth in everything you do. There's always, but everything that led up to that, you know, is exactly what, you know, what happened and what needed to happen.
Sila says his standing among his peers was in question long before this investigation.
Did you ever feel that there were staff, coaches, district administrators, building administrators who were out to get you or were finding a reason for you to not be there?
In all honesty and truth, yeah. I mean, there's you know, teachers that have came up, you know, to me and said that, you know, other teachers are saying things about you, and it just didn't make sense because if we were all there for the same reason, why we going after one another?
This week, Action 2 News obtained the results of an open records request from the Green Bay Area Public School District. We asked for documents regarding any allegations or concerns about Sila from March 2023 to March of 2024. What we received showed district officials were to talk to Sila about his job duties in November of 2023. By January of 2024, the then principal of East High School filed claims of policy violation against Sila stemming from a student fight. Those were found to be unsubstantiated. 1 month later, Sila accompanied then Superintendent Dr. Claude Tiller to Atlanta, where Tiller appeared on a radio show. He referenced Sila in one of his remarks during a commercial break, criticizing that principal.
This young brother in back of me, Brother Niko, he's one of the few that when I first came on board, we hugged and we dapped each other. Now his principal at the high school is coming after him. because they say, oh, you that close to Dr. Tiller, da. He comes in here and speaks to you, don't speak to us. So they coming after him. So I got to move this brother somewhere else.
Tiller's comments on this radio show eventually led to his resignation.
Do you stand by some of the things that he said in your defense on that radio show?
The comments he made was, I don't think it's frustration, but was pretty much saying like, you know, there's negative things happening to good people or good staff members in our district, and it needs to be addressed, it needs to be said, and stuff. And yeah, it was just, you know, and he said, we said.
I reached out to the school district about Sila's claims from this interview. A spokesperson says they have no additional comment. Sila says his focus now is on moving forward as he works to launch a youth mentoring program in the city and prepares to run for Green Bay School Board in the spring.
We have to do better. I understand that they have to do their investigation, like the district has to do their process, but to put me on a gag order, like that just didn't make sense, right? You know, I'm in my mind, it's like you're going to speak to the teachers, to, you know, to those who are involved with all this, but meanwhile I can't. So there I just stuck with, okay, how do I make and help increase the changes and the positivity in our neighborhood and uplift our community, especially the lives in it. And the only way I could do that, you know, with the decision making is to sit on that board.
Reporting in Green Bay, Drew Best, Action 2 News.